the one you love to hate. Andrew Anderson, spitting truth that just can't wait. Got a podcast, like a punch right to your face. College sports villain, taking it over the place. I'll bring the facts whether you like it or not. Dropping truth bombs, giving it all I got. They call me a villain. Well, I wear that badge with pride. Nothing but secrets they try to hide. I'm rocking my veins, rebellious to the core. I won't back down, won't take it anymore. The bad guy of the podcast world, that's me. Unleashing the truth, setting it all free. Unleashing the truth.
Welcome to Villains and Podcast, man. I love you guys. We have a great show for you tonight. We got a special guest. We're going to bring it on. The whole crew is here today. It's been a while since we've all been together because we all work. It's the holidays and all that stuff. So it's about to be fun. Shout out to the 15 people already watching us, man. We love y'all. So without further ado, still today, the most favorite video I ever made. What's going on, James?
Oh man, I couldn't agree anymore. Every time that video plays, I keep getting chills like it's nobody's business. But the weather here, or the temperature here, is decreasing. We obviously got our Christmas tree up, and it's a good time right now.
Oh, that sounds great. I dropped something. Oh, there it is. Alrighty. So, with that being said, what is going on, Chris?
Well, I'm like Big James here. You know, the weather's changing. It's starting to get a little cooler. It's a little rainy and wet here in southern Middle Tennessee tonight. But I'm excited for tonight's show. Got the special guest on here that I haven't spoken to in quite some time. Chat with him every once in a while, but haven't actually spoken to him. Excited to have him on. Let's get to the show, brother.
Alrighty. You know, you said you live a rainy, dreary day. Shouldn't live in the armpit of America known as Tennessee. No, I'm kidding.
We're creatures of habit. We can't live without it. We don't have to answer to anyone. We're chasing the rabbit like creatures of habit, and no one else knows where we're coming from.
Terry, what's up?
What is up? I've decided to surprise Chris because I know you want to see this jersey the last time, so I decided to bring it on and show it for him today.
Okay, the old school, right?
I love it. I love it. I'm rocking the Snoopy today. You
Love
feel me?
that hat.
I got some, you know, some Snoopy tats and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, alrighty. Let's. We got a couple more people. Let's keep going. I love how we got an Alabama fan on the show, and I got the intro with the Gamecock hat on. Emily, how are you?
I'm good.
Awesome. So let's go ahead and get to our special guest because he's only got so much time with us. We got two things I want to do with him.
So go on, Pittsburgh, steal my girl, rig my heart, mess me up, hit me hard, gonna get back up, we both know the deal, you can break what's strong. as Pittsburgh Steelers.
I absolutely love that song. TJ, how are we doing?
I'm doing great, guys. How you all doing?
Fantastic.
Terry, I got two things for you, brother. Number one, Pittsburgh Penguins, baby.
There you go.
Number two, my all-time favorite hockey player is Luke Robitaille. So I had the white version of that, but Robitaille on it instead of Curry.
I got the curry on today.
Yeah, I saw that.
I got my Jake
love
Bell
that.
helmet on.
I do have the purple and black Robitaille. I wore that the last
Oh,
show.
I love that. Love that.
So, we've only got TJ for a little while, so I want him to be a part of one of the food memes, and then he's going to do his picks. Of course, we'll do ours later. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, TJ. You may not know how this game's played, but we pick the one we like the best from the row, and then once we go through everybody, we pick the one we hate. We're going to eliminate. So we'll start with James. With that,
Whew, Jesus, kicking things right off with a hard start immediately. But if I had to pick one for the first row, just because Chicago is also known for it, I'm going to have to go with Italian beef. Follow that up with some French fries, and let's finish it off with a brownie.
very nice. Chris.
So I'm going to go with my tried and true from Subway. I get the foot-long meatball sub. I'm going to double that up with the onion rings. And I'm going to get me a glass of milk and have me a good old-fashioned chocolate chip cookie.
All right, no crazy talk there. This one's hard to have crazy talk. Everything on here is pretty decent. There's a couple here I don't like. Emily.
And Tetris to let's explore a mic on the mandible. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and assume that's a dentures.
But not know the commercial dentures you get from the dentist.
Main ingredient is
I
polymer.
can't hear you. I just hear a TV.
It's for homemade.
I got everything's DNA results back. Yep. What's that?
You know what? This is my house. Okay, you come into my house. There's no telling what you're gonna hear.
Okay.
Regarding the video,
Barry.
if we recreate the process,
Could tell us a lot
I'm gonna go with the Italian beef.
We're gonna do experiments. Just say.
I had to Google what number 3 was, but once I figured out what it was, it actually sounds pretty good. But basically, it's like a bread ball. It's almost like a chicken dumpling interior instead of a bread ball. So I'm gonna go with that. And then for the bottom row, I'm gonna go with a brownie.
All right.
TV on TV. No one has mentioned this on TV.
Now, all four up top. I like all four up top. My wife makes some Italian beef in the crock pot. It's phenomenal. So just because I don't want to pick that, I'll go burger. I'll go French fries and give me a brownie.
All righty. Nothing crazy. For me, I'm gonna go with Italian beef. Especially when you get the melted cheddar inside of it. I really like it. Second row, I'm getting onion rings. I just absolutely love onion rings so much. My favorite thing on the second row. And on the third row, a brownie straight out of the oven when it's really soft and it just like kind of melts while you're having a glass of milk. Man, that's my favorite. I love brownies. But this is where it kind of gets a little harder. Now we eliminate one. James.
So I think with one of these, they are pretty much like burgers. They are pretty hit and miss, but I think with one of them, it really depends on the bread that you're putting them into. So I'm gonna have to eliminate meatball sub, arancini, and rainbow cake.
All right. No super crazy talk there. Chris.
So I've mentioned this before. Burgers are just so hit and miss, right? Unless you're grilling it on your own grill and making it yourself, it's hard to get a good one from a fast food place. So I'm going to go ahead and eliminate the burger. On French fries, I can handle cheese fries, and the French fries, again, 90% of the time you're getting them, they're cold, not enough salt on them. So I'm going to dump the plain old fries. And I think I have to dump the rainbow cake.
Alrighty. Emily.
So I would get rid of the Italian beef. Whatever them balls are. And brownie.
What?
And the brownie.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
I like all four on the top, but I'm gonna get rid of the one that probably gives me the most heartburn. So in this case, it'd be the meatball sub. Like Chris said, French fries is one of those things where there isn't really a good side to me out there. And all those desserts, whether it's rainbow cake, any other cake, just get rid of the cake because you can't go wrong with those other ones.
I'm so proud.
Alrighty, TJ.
Like Terry, man, I like all four up top, but if I got to get rid of one, I'll get rid of the meatball sub. I absolutely hate onion rings, and I'll get rid of the rainbow cake.
Wow, you said onion rings? That's crazy talk.
No, I don't need onions at all. I'm like a cow, dude. I don't need any onions.
That's crazy. All right, for me, I'm getting rid of the meatball sub. I just don't like it. Like, I just don't like meatballs. That's crazy. I just don't like them. On the second row, I'll get rid of regular fries because cheese fries are good, but chili cheese fries are what's really, really good. And then on the bottom row, I'll get rid of the rainbow cake as well. I like cake, but that cake just doesn't look that good, to be honest with you.
Anything you need, Zach.
Alrighty. All right, TJ, before you go, I'm trying to open this up, and we're going to choose the games. I'm going to choose the games here. Let me find it. All right, TJ, because we're all going to do our picks later. So we're doing number 2 Montana at number 3 Montana State. Undefeated Montana. Montana State has losses to South Dakota State and a Division I team. It fails me right off the top of my head.
I like the Grizz. Give me the Grizzlies, man. I like the Grizzlies.
Yeah, number 2 versus 3 is really cool, by the way. This is a big-time FCS matchup right here.
Yep. Brawl of the Wild or Brawl for the Wild, something like that, I think it's called.
Brawl of the Wild.
Yeah.
Yep. It's big time. It's like Carolina Clemson up there. It really is.
Yeah.
Duke and North Carolina.
Duke's going to tear them apart. North Carolina don't got a shot. They don't got a shot.
Okay.
Belichick's already got his one foot out the door as it is. He don't care. He's already checked out. Duke's going to crush him.
Right. The reason we're not commenting is because we get deep into this when we do ours later.
Yeah. My bad. So
no, you can say whatever you want. I'm just saying that's why we're not commenting.
Yeah, got
it. Georgia Tech and Pitt.
Now, I just covered the Pitt Notre Dame game last week. I was in the press box for that, and I got to see Pitt up front, up close and personal. Notre Dame is just on a different level than Pitt, but I don't think Georgia Tech is on that level. Georgia Tech's been playing with fire a lot lately. I have no problem taking Pitt going down to Georgia Tech and winning this game. There's a lot of Pitt fans supposedly going down for this game. They put out it was like a tweet for Pitt fans to helmet stripe the stadium. Like they told you what section you'll be and what color to wear. So they're doing that for an opposing team stadium.
So that's really cool. And I'm not going to divulge my pick or nothing, but Georgia Tech should have lost to 1-10 Boston College, and I'll just leave that right there.
And Pitt murdered Boston College.
should have beat them by like 50. But anyway, that's what happens when you're inconsistent and not as well coached as people think that you are. Cincinnati and BYU.
I like Cincy with the home win. I like them taking care of BYU. BYU's another one who's played with fire a little bit. I like Bear Bachmeier. He's a good quarterback, true freshman at BYU. But I think Cincinnati's going to get the win at home.
I got you. I really think on my graphic I switched up James and Chris, but that's okay. I'll know it. Oregon and Southern Cal.
I think this is where Lincoln Riley's chances for the playoffs come to a screeching halt. I think Oregon's just gonna put it on them. They're a good squad. Jaden Mayava, the quarterback, is very good for USC. I like the Pitt Notre Dame thing. Oregon's just a different animal. Oregon is just a different animal. They're gonna beat on USC pretty bad.
I mean, Oregon struggled with Northwestern, but as we see, Northwestern was a little better than we thought too. At this point,
yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
When that happened, I was like, Oregon may be in trouble, man. I mean, it was 17-14 until like a minute left in the game when they made it 24-14 or something like that. It was close.
But that was also cross country. That was a road game for Oregon. This is at home for Oregon.
Correct.
And an early morning kick too.
Yeah, that was a new kickoff for them. Yeah.
My point is Northwestern ended up being a lot better than anybody thought they were going to be out there winning games they shouldn't all year long.
At Penn State, they won.
Yeah. I mean, big time stuff, man. TJ, I want to thank you. I know that you had a limited amount of time. I appreciate you coming on.
Sorry, man. No, I love being on. I appreciate you guys having me, man.
Well, tell me, plug your stuff before you go, man.
I do a lot of writing for college football backers. I actually just put an article out tonight about Tennessee true freshman wide receiver Braylon Staley. Check that one out if you get a chance, especially you, Chris. You're going to see a lot of him in 2 weeks. I do some work for Mike Farrell Sports. What's up?
I expect to see a lot of Staley next weekend.
Yeah.
That kid's been absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
Love the work you did on that article.
Thank you. Appreciate that. And I do some writing for Mike Farrell Sports, and I do some writing for one of your off and on guests, JT from Sports Bible. I do some writing for him too.
Yeah, for sure. JT, I give him an open invite. He hasn't mentioned wanting to come on this week. I did tell him you were coming on. But he comes on quite a bit. About every other week he comes on, and it's always a fun time because he loves cheesecake, and I can't stand it. And so we go back and forth on it.
That's great.
I just don't like it. Well, thank you.
I don't like cheesecake either.
Yeah, exactly. Not my thing. And I'm a fat
no
boy,
thanks.
I appreciate you being on, man. You're welcome anytime, especially anytime you got an article or something you want to plug. By the way, tell everybody where you're going to be like on the field at, because that.
Yeah. So I will be on the field prior to the game. I've been approved for Army Navy, so I will be on the field prior to the game. Sidelines or whatever, where the media is allowed to stand, and then I'll be up in the press box for that. I'm actually going down Friday morning. Hopefully, I didn't get to any kind of schedule yet for the week, but hopefully there's going to be some media stuff going on Friday. I'll be down there for that. I covered it last year. Honest to God, it is the best event you can cover in college football. I guess next to the national championship game, but to me, like Army Navy was phenomenal, and I can't wait to get there again this year.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Army and Navy is what college football is all about. If you're older than 40 years old, even younger guys, but like when you're older than 40, it was a big, big, big deal when you were going, because there was no ESPN. Like you got maybe 5 games a week. And when Army and Navy come on, it was on primetime, it was on ABC, and it was a big deal.
Yeah. The funny thing about the Army Navy game is, when I'm doing the media stuff, I'm completely neutral. I'm completely objective. As a fan, I can still hear my pap say to me, because my pap was in the Navy. My pap would say to me, when we're fighting wars, we're on the same team. In this football game, we don't root for Army. I was like, he'll come up out of his grave and slap me upside the head if I say go Army.
Everybody has chosen a side. We'll get to that in a minute, but thank you, TJ. Appreciate it.
guys.
You have an open invite for whenever you want to come on.
Appreciate it, brother. Love you, man.
Thank you.
Real quick,
Love you too,
TJ,
TJ.
got a question for you.
What's up?
I actually know one of the Navy players. Comes from Cornersville High School here in Middle Tennessee.
Okay.
When you go cover that game, do you look for opportunities to get interviews with players like Blake Horvath or things of that nature, or are you just there to cover the game specifically?
Last year I got down there the morning of the game, so I did not have a chance. This year I'll be going down Friday. Until they release any kind of a schedule and availability, I won't know if I get a chance to. If I do get a chance to try to talk to any Navy players, obviously Blake Horvath, Landon Robinson, the two captains for Navy, but there's two Pittsburgh boys who grew up 10 minutes from my house, Eli Heidenreich and Alex Teska. And if I get a chance to interview either of them, that's like top of the line for me. But who are you talking about?
Gosh, you would. I drew a blank as soon as I said it. We interviewed him on the Golden Broom like 2 years ago.
Okay.
That he was a leading rusher in the state of Tennessee.
Nice.
His father was in the military, and he went to the Naval Academy to play football. I believe he plays linebacker for him.
Yeah. Heidenreich and Teska are seniors this year. They graduated high school together, so they went through Navy together. Like they have done it all together. They've been friends since they were kids. I did an article for College Football Backers back in early September about those two. It's a pretty cool story for them.
Congratulations on your acceptance to go down on the field, man.
Appreciate
Great
it.
seeing you.
All right, take it easy, guys. Thank you very much for having me.
Thanks, TJ.
Yep.
All right, y'all. So before we move on, everybody has a side in Army Navy. I think I know what James is going to say, but James, which side are you picking in Army Navy?
Oh, I'm easily going to go with Navy. It's an easy choice. Like, look, I may have served in the Army, but my roots began in the Navy.
Nothing wrong with that. Chris?
I'm taking Navy.
Okay. Terry?
Well, I'll do this one from my pops because since they're not playing Air Force, I'll go with my pops on this one. So I'm going to go Navy.
Oh, so far a clean sweep. Emily, who do you prefer, Army or Navy?
I'm going with the Navy too.
Navy? Wow, we got Navy. That's really cool. Army, baby. Yeah. Go Army.
Nailed it, brother.
Sweet.
I just got my confirmation.
We will move on to make your ultimate combo. You know how this works. One per row. Like I looked at this one and I thought, man, this shit's gonna be easy. Well, James.
Ooh, this is already tough. I can easily tell. But I would have to go Chick-fil-A fries, the Baconator, and a Wendy's Frosty. I honestly think Chick-fil-A fries and a Wendy's Frosty would actually be a good combo.
I don't know if it'd be a good combo, but I would certainly give it the old college try.
I mean, you got good stability with those waffle fries, too, when you're making the dip.
I'm not disagreeing with that. They definitely stay together very well. Chris.
So, I've had the Taco Bell nacho fries. Disgusting. I've only eaten at Chick-fil-A one time. I was not impressed. So, by process of elimination, sometimes you luck up and get a hot and salty fry at McDonald's. So, I'll take them. Give me the Big Mac, sans the lettuce. And being a guy that grew up in southwest Iowa, matter of fact, Denison, Iowa, who has the #1 Dairy Queen in the world, and being a fan of college baseball and the College World Series only being 70 miles from Denison, Iowa, Give me that Dairy Queen Blizzard all damn day.
Well, I stopped listening to you at Chick-fil-A wasn't good. So Emily, I did not stop listening to you, by the way. I was sharing in the back. Emily.
Yes, I would go for the Chick-fil-A fries, the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich, and the DQ Blizzard.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that, Terry.
I'm going with Chick-fil-A waffle fries. Gonna go with the Baconator. Barely beats out the Chick-fil-A sandwich. And for the bottom, I'm gonna go with the DQ Blizzard because I don't think I've ever had a bad Blizzard.
Okay.
He doesn't like it, guys.
Yeah, that's weird.
What?
Yogurt.
Hold on 1 second. This thing. All right. So, all right, is it my turn?
Yes.
All right. I'm trying to get stuff done in the background. I'm gonna go with McDonald's fries here. Sometimes you get them; they're really, really good. Second row, I'm gonna go with Chick-fil-A sandwich. Third row, I'm gonna go with the Wendy's stuff.
Dude, Chev.
That's what I'm doing. James, you know how this game's played.
Yes, sir. Look, I've never had the nacho fries at Taco Bell, but I've seen a ton of people on TikTok saying like, "Oh, they're good. They're the." I sincerely doubt that. I will bet my next VA pay on that. So, with that said, I'm eliminating the nacho fries. I mean, if the picture looks better, I'd probably keep it, but I'm getting rid of the Chick-fil-A sandwich because it looks like the laziest work possible throwing a sandwich like that together. And then I'm going to get rid of the McFlurry because almost every McDonald's I went to, the 9 times out of 10, that ice cream machine is broken.
Yeah, no argument here, Chris.
So I am going to eliminate the Taco Bell nacho fries. I've had the Wendy's Baconator. I'm just going to say I'll take the Chick-fil-A over that all day long. Not a fan of the Baconator. I thought it was absolutely disgusting personally. And I have to agree. You go to McDonald's, 9 times out of 10, the McFlurry machine is down. The ice cream machine is down. And now they've gone to a pre-packaged McFlurry. And if you've not had it yet, you're not missing out because it's absolutely disgusting.
All righty. No crazy talk there at all. Emily.
I would get rid of the nacho fries because that's just disgusting. And I guess I would get rid of the Big Mac. And I would get rid of the McFlurry.
Okay. Lots of McFlurries on this panel so far. Terry.
I'm getting rid of the nacho fries as well. I mean, because if you ever want to know what a soggy Cheeto tastes like, order you some nacho fries from Taco Bell. If I had to pick second row, I love all three. But the one I probably like the least is the Big Mac because that's not even my favorite burger at McDonald's. I'd have to go with quarter pounder over there. And the bottom row, I'm going to go with the McFlurry because all it did, like you said, you just add the candy to the mix and put it in a blender. I don't think there's much love. Now they're prepackaged, so sucks.
All right. For me, I'm getting rid of the nacho fries. Just not good. I don't think Chick-fil-A fries are particularly good either, to be honest, but they're better than that shit. Disgusting. Second row, I don't like bacon. So Baconator's gone. I do like Big Mac. I mean, it's not something that I'd want once a week or anything, but you I do enjoy them from time to time. Baconators are disgusting. And I've never had a McFlurry. like ever in my entire life have I ever had a McFlurry. I think I've tried to order one a couple times, but they never have the machine, just like y'all said. This is a true story. I've never had one. So yeah, clean sweep on getting rid of that bullshit. So let's go to.
And just to reiterate, Andrew, since they've gone to the pre-packaged McFlurry, that thing is just absolutely butt nasty. Now, pass on that. Miss me all day.
The McFlurry is the Wish.com Blizzard.
Hey, Blizzards are good.
I know. That's why.
I really like them, but I really have to be in the mood for Blizzards. So
Strawberry cheesecake.
Let's roll one of our FAFOs.
Okay, let's go. Do you speak English? Oh, yeah. Oh, все. Хорошо? Сейчас, если опять ты с собой будешь,
Что поделаю?
You could look at that young man's eyes before he hit him and tell something was stirring behind those eyes. Did you see the way he was looking?
I thought he was scared shitless.
No,
I thought that was.
I took one good look at that kid's face, and he had the thought process of get in my face, watch what happens.
Look, he had some demonic forces behind that eyes. Like, if you look at his face, that's not fear. That's I fucking wish a motherfucker would.
It's time to donate to my favorite Wish organization. I wish a motherfucker would.
Exactly. Watch it one more time.
Okay, let's go. Do you speak English? Oh, yeah. Oh, все. Хорошо? Сейчас, если опять ты с собой будешь,
Что поделаю?
If you look at that dude, his eyes never left that other guy, not even for a second.
He had those Mike Tyson after jail eyes. Like he was just following Peter McNeely everywhere he went.
So to me, the reason it looked like fear is because he had that blank stare on his face and his lips are kind of like, what do I do here? But if you pay attention to the eyes, you're right.
They grow as the guy was getting closer. He starts out like no.
If it looks like he's got fear on his face, 9 times out of 10, that's not fear. That's go ahead. I dare give me a reason.
Or if that was fear, he handled it differently than what other people would do.
Yes.
That was definitely not fear. That was the look of a serial killer. Like Chris said, there was no emotion on his face whatsoever. The only thing about his face was his eyes. You could tell were burning. But other than that, expressionless.
Mm-hmm.
We'll call him Dexter.
All right. Let's go ahead and play the second FAFO, and we'll save the third one for later. Imagine making a mistake of that magnitude. What were you? I mean, like, what do you think was going through her head in that moment, other than I fucked up pretty badly?
She's probably thinking to herself, now how in the hell was that other person standing on this right before I put my foot on it and it said, no, I'm not handling your weight. You're going for a ride, lady.
That's called being chismosa. So basically she was being nosy.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
She was definitely being nosy. Look, here's the thing. So the reason I picked that video is because I want to share a story I read today, and turns out this is a true story. So if you fuck around, you find out. Yeah, like she was fucking around is what it is. Like that river was raging and the bridge was broken, so you know it's not stable. Well, a story I read, I think it was yesterday or today, I can't remember. This motherfucker went into Yellowstone National Park and he found a pack of wolves. And he approached them like this was fucking Garfield the cartoon. And then in the next part of the video, they're chasing him. And then I thought this was a joke until I researched it further. This really happened. This joker got out of his car in Yellowstone National Park and approached a pack of wolves. People, what you see on the internet, you can't do in real life. That shit isn't real. I don't like, what are you doing, bro? Like, who approaches a pack of wild ass wolves? I mean, he thought it was a cartoon. I'm confused. Like, what made him make that decision?
I
He
mean,
watched Yellowstone, and he thought he was the next Kevin Costner. He's just going to be able to handle business.
look, I've seen a lot of these kind of comments on social media, and it actually is kind of true, but it's really stupid if you actually follow through with it. If not friend, then why friend shaped? Because if you look at a wolf, it does kind of look like a bigger sized dog.
So I mean,
but no way in hell I'm approaching a pack.
Wait,
No.
but before I move on, because I got another story I want to wrap in before we move on. If you've ever seen a wolf next to a dog, there is no confusion. Like wolves are massive. Like a coyote and a dog, yeah, I could see that to get confused. But wolves are fucking huge, bro, and they are scary. And if you've never heard their growl, like if you think a dog's growl is scary, that wolf growl it will put the chill in your bones.
I'm not going near a wolf just because of the mangy ass hair that half the time it looks like it's standing on end and about half of its mitten. This motherfucker done been in a fight somewhere and lost half of his hair. I ain't messing with him.
Yeah. So like,
look, if I see a pack of wolves, just click, cool, keep on driving.
That's what piss them off.
So, in this week's episode of shit that may or may not have happened. All right, so there were 4 friends in a pickup truck in Kentucky. 5 friends. I'm sorry, 5. Find that for me. Yeah, 5 friends. 3 in the cab, 2 in the back. 2 in the back of the cab. And they're driving in the mountains of Kentucky, and they see a rattlesnake on the side of the road. So they stop. And they get a burlap sack. I guess rattlesnakes you can sell or whatever, make a little money off of them. So they chunk it in the burlap sack, tie it up, throw it in the back with the 2 dudes in the back. Well, this rattlesnake weaves its way out of this burlap sack, correct? And so the dude goes to grab it and it bites him. And then, he has to get all this cut off and he has to get his skin pulled and grafted and just real nasty. So when they're talking to the guy, like they're interviewing him a couple months later, he says, I don't know why it bit me. So you tossed a rattlesnake in a burlap sack, chunked it in the back of a pickup truck, tried to grab it when it got out, and you're just confused on why it bit you. That is interesting. So is this a true story or not, James?
Sounds like it would be a true story, especially if it took place in Kentucky.
Yeah, it's a good setting. Chris, you live one state away from Kentucky.
It sounds like a really, really good story that, probably did happen, but I'm saying no, it did not.
All righty, Terry.
Like James says, since it took place in Kentucky, I could see something like that happening. However, when he says he didn't know why the snake bit him, I mean, if there's one thing stupid people know how to, when they do something stupid, it's just the problem is they keep repeating the same stupid shit. So I'm going to say he knew why this damn snake bit him. Therefore, I'm going to say this story is false.
Emily.
I'm going to go with false.
All righty. So the story is both true and false. The false part is it did not happen to me. I did not see it take place or anything else. However, the true part is I watched this on an episode of I Was Bitten. I don't know if y'all have ever seen that show, but it's a show where people get bitten by various animals or whatever. And that really happened. Just not to me. So it's false because we do this. Did that happen to Andrew or not? But it was a true story. So false, it did not happen to me.
They must not have aired that show in Kentucky. Otherwise, they would have tried to grab the damn snake.
Yeah, it was in Kentucky too. So that's cool stuff. All right, so let's go ahead and knock our commercial breaks out real quick. You're watching Villains the Podcast only on the Villain Media Network.
To hate Andrew Anderson, spitting truth that just can't wait. Got a podcast like a punch right to your face. College sports villain, taking it over the place. I bring the facts whether you like it or not. Dropping truth bombs, giving it all I got. They call me a villain. Well, I wear that badge with pride. Nothing but secrets they try to hide.
Welcome back to Villains the Podcast, man. We're having a blast here. I'm just checking up on some numbers right now, and the numbers look really, really good. 53 people, 54 people watching right now. We appreciate every bit of it, man. The views are way up there. This is this far into the show. This is the best show we've had in 2.5 months. So that's cool stuff right there. So let's move on. Terry will be back right now. So welcome back, Terry.
Hey, got to be back, guys. Thanks for having me.
All right.
Oh.
All right. So what we're doing here is we're not going to pick one per row because there's only 2 rows. I want to know the best pie on this board and the pie that you're not going to bring to Thanksgiving dinner. James.
I mean, I'm going to keep it simple just because you can always go simple with this. To me, the best Thanksgiving pie is apple. And then
We'll come back. We'll eliminate one after. So apple
Got it.
pie for James. Chris.
Can you call it Thanksgiving if you don't have pumpkin pie? Pumpkin pie is number one.
All righty. Emily.
Okay, go. No. Love you, go. I love you too. Gosh. There's two. I don't. I like this card. I like gummy. I think I'm gonna go with having a pecan pie.
Alrighty. Gary.
Well, like Chris said, it can't be Thanksgiving if you don't have a pumpkin pie. You can bring all these other pies, but that one's it's mandatory.
Alrighty. This isn't my favorite pie, but it says which one is the best Thanksgiving pie, and I agree with Chris and Terry. Can it really be Thanksgiving without pumpkin pie? I love pumpkin pie at Thanksgiving. Not my favorite one on the board, but definitely Thanksgiving. Which one has to go, James?
I've never been a fan of it, or even of the spud for that matter. So I'm gonna go sweet potato pie.
Wow.
Ooh, wow.
Wow. It's so good. Anyway, Chris.
I was gonna say my north is showing.
A little bit.
I mean, I was born and raised in Iowa. That counts as being north, and even I know that sweet potato pie is not a must at Thanksgiving, but in a lot of places it's a staple. But the one thing I've never seen at a Thanksgiving dinner, I've never seen a blueberry pie. Sorry, you out.
Alrighty, Emily.
So I'm going to have to get rid of the cherry pie.
The cherry pie? Okay. Terry.
Well, I'm not going to leave James alone here. I'm going to go with the pumpkin pie imposter sweet potato pie.
Ooh, sweet potato pie is good, though, bro.
I've had it, yeah. I mean, I guess when you run out of pumpkin pie, I guess you're down on your luck. Get sweet potato pie.
I mean, it's better than the one I'm fixing to eliminate, cherry pie. I'm not a fan of cherry pie anyway, and I think blueberry would be closer to what we would eat at Thanksgiving than cherry for our family. Yeah, I'm with Emily here. Like, cherry pie is going to have to go in this scenario. So let's go ahead and do our last FAFO, and then we'll get to the next subject. Emily may not have, I know she hasn't watched a couple of them, but. That's what we call learning a fucking lesson.
Little fucker got exactly what he deserved.
Yep.
My God. I mean, like, he hit him a couple of times, but that third time he hit him, that was it. That dude's turned around and he wailed on him.
I thought that was prime Tito Ortiz for a second. Damn, he was throwing them.
His hands were moving fast, man. Like he would. I mean, that was about 15 seconds of beat your ass. Oh my gosh, that was great. I saw that video and I was like, whoa.
That was quick.
I was like, damn. Like, he fucked him up though. Make no mistake.
Served him right.
It did serve him right. It did. So I'm looking. And I'm thinking, you know, we're going to do our college football. We're going to do our college football, but I have to, you know, soft ass fans of the week. I gave it to Ole Miss because I mean, it's hard to even call them soft ass fans because Lane Kiffin's taking them for a ride. We all know what Lane Kiffin was. This shouldn't be a surprise, but South Carolina fans, man, it's time for me to call you out. I am the biggest South Carolina fan you'll ever meet, but this constant need to be on Beamer Wiener, it is. So this dude started the season ranked 13 in the country. He still has a quarterback that's projected to go top 10. He has a wide receiver that outran the entire secondary who runs 4.240s of Texas A&M. What more do you fucking need? I mean, they got the 7th best ranked defense in the country, number 1 special teams. Dead last in offense. These are real statistics, by the way, for the South Carolina football team this year. And he's going to go 4-8, assuming we beat Coastal. What are we holding on to here? This is year 5. If this was Will Muschamp, y'all would be busting down the doors of the university demanding that you fire him. But this is the same exact thing Muschamp did. He had a 9-win season, then he had a fucked up season, and then y'all wanted him to go. You've got to keep that same energy. Tell me what's so special about Beamer. Help a brother out here. I mean, he's got a guy runs his mouth a little bit. I mean, like, but does he back it up? And then this joker gets on TV 3 days ago and says, after blowing the biggest lead in SEC history, by the way, never been done until this past Saturday, and says, I guarantee we'll be in the playoff mix this time next year. How you gonna get there, bro? Like, help me out. You can't beat no fucking body. Like, I'm confused. Like, even if by some means of luck you beat Clemson and you appease the fan base, you're still a fraud. Everybody on this panel can attest I've been saying this for 3 years, have I not? This is not a new development because of the season. I've been saying this.
That you have.
Do you see?
Mm-hmm.
Chris, you were around during this time. Do you remember what the South Carolina fan base was like when Will Muschamp had that 4-8 season the year before COVID happened and he got fired? Do you remember reading the things they were saying? And oh, by the way, Will Muschamp has a better record against the SEC right now than Shane Beamer does. That's a fact in this part of his tenure. So what's the difference?
I think your fans are hoping that he turns into Frank Beamer, but he's not Frank Beamer. He's just not. And to take that a step farther, James Franklin literally called the night before the introductory press conference at Virginia Tech, called Frank Beamer and asked him for his blessings to take over the football program. That's a matter of respect. That's what Frank Beamer is. Shane Beamer's not that. He's not earned it. And why the South Carolina fans treat him that way, I'm at a loss for words because he does not deserve it.
Let me tell you the truth about South Carolina and how South Carolina can be a prominent player and maybe even win national championships. And then let me tell you why they're not. All right, South Carolina has top-notch facilities, top 5 in the country. South Carolina's got a huge nil fund, an active alumni base, sells out their stadium when they're 0-11. Everything you could want, South Carolina has it. It's a fact. Why South Carolina's not winning is you take Shane Beamer, you let him take over Southern Miss. Learn how to do this job. I think Shane Beamer may be good in the future, but he doesn't know how to do this job. He was never even offensive defensive coordinator. I don't know if y'all know that. He skipped all that. Became the head coach. He's not learned how to do the job. That's the problem. That's why you go to Colorado State and Southern Miss, right? That's what you do. To win at South Carolina, though, you have to have name recognition because really the only 3 coaches in South Carolina history that ever won was Lou Holt, Steve Spurrier, and Joe Morrison. And all 3 of them had name recognition before they came to South Carolina. You've got to have somebody who knows how to use the resources that you have. Now, had the college football playoff been around back in Spur years, South Carolina fucked around and went 11-2 in the toughest era of the SEC football 3 straight years. South Carolina would have won a national title. I mean, but that's not the such. But that's what it's going to take to win here. Like, unless you're good with 10 years of learning the job and then you start winning, whatever. If that's the case, just tell us. Just come out and be like, this is what we're thinking. We know it's going to take a long time to develop, but in the future, there's a long-term plan. Tell us that. Don't tell us that you're going to be in the playoffs this year because Shane Beamer said it before the season started. I got the best quarterback in the country. I got one of the best teams in the country, and we're here to play. All I'm asking is that you don't lie to us. Anyway, we're going to move on.
Can I add a quick one?
Yeah.
So I'm calling out the fans on the social media page for my favorite team, UCLA. Not so much the ones that show up to the stadium. The soft ass fans comments, because everyone's the whole coaching situation. So the couple names I dropped the defensive coordinator from Oregon, the coach at BYU, and Dan Mullen. And someone's like, well, Dan Mullen wouldn't be a good coach here. I'm like, can I elaborate? Go ahead. And then they're like, well, he's just not good with relations. I'm like, fuck your relations. I want to win.
Yeah.
And here we go. I've been kicked out of the second Bruins family. I'm sorry. Think of it as the military. You bring everyone together. You have to break them down. Then you form them. Then it eventually becomes the norm. And I'm pretty sure James and Chris could agree.
Mm-hmm.
Get a bunch of individuals together, make a team. That's what we need. The approach kind of like we need. Not worry about relationship. Now I'm not saying to not worry about it. I mean that is important, but you should focus on winning. And then as winning starts to come along, you start to develop long relationships.
So before we move on, because we're at the hour mark, here's the thing. Dan Mullen is best case scenario for UCLA. So don't get it twisted. He made Mississippi State a power. And then when he took over Florida, he still won 8 games the year they fired him, but he happened to run into Alabama, LSU, Georgia. They were Florida State, which was good that year because that's when Jimbo Fisher had him at top. I mean, he played the toughest schedule in the country, won 8 games, and got fired. So to say Dan Mullen isn't a good coach is just crazy.
Because of relationships.
He does just fine at relationships. Look what he did. Look how he wins. Anyway,
that's the point I was trying to make.
The human experience is adversity.
Here we go. Eliminate one.
Ooh, man. I mean, these are all top tier shows, but I was at first when I was in the Navy in San Diego, I was hearing a lot of good things about The Walking Dead at the time. But as the years went on, and it was like, Jesus Christ, this show is still going on. Breaking Bad knew when to stop because like they ended everything. Everything came full circle and made sense. Same with Game of Thrones and same with The Sopranos. I mean, the fact that The Walking Dead is still going on, it's got to go. It's like if you had one of your best seasons before you started this whole like other spin-off bullshit, you should have stopped right then and there. So deuces to The Walking Dead.
All right. Emily, love you.
Love you too. I'm going to go cook your dinner.
All righty. Thank you. All righty. So I am having venison tonight, by the way. I am excited.
Very nice.
So Chris.
So I'm one of probably a million adults in the United States of America that has not watched a single minute, not 1 minute of The Walking Dead. Goodbye.
All right. Walking Dead, good show, but yeah. Terry.
I honestly, I never really watched these shows this much. Like, I never watched a single episodes of Game of Thrones. I've just seen, commercials for it. I never really watched Walking Dead. And as crazy as this is going to sound, but don't worry, I'm not going to eliminate this show. I've never watched a single episode of The Sopranos.
What the fuck?
Yeah. But if I had to pick one and kind of going with my interests and what I like, whether it's fantasy or reality, and maybe a combination of both, I would say the one I would get rid of would be, I'd say, The Walking Dead.
All right. So that's a clean sweep, right?
Not so fast.
No, I agree. So these are my 4 favorite shows of all time on the screen. And Walking Dead is my 4th favorite show. You know what I'm saying? It's eliminated here because I agree with James. It didn't know when to stop. It just kept on and on and on. But Sopranos is my favorite show of all time. Harry, I implore you to watch it. It's the greatest drama ever written, ever. Like, ask Brandon Ojak. Like, it is the greatest show I've ever seen. Game of Thrones is second. Game of Thrones was fucking fantastic. Had me on the edge of my seat every episode, waiting to go. Breaking Bad was really good too. But for me, Breaking Bad was just better than Walking Dead. The way Breaking Bad ended is the way a show should end. Like, you've never seen it. I don't want to ruin it for you, but you should watch it if you've not watched Breaking Bad. Has anybody here not watched it?
Would you stop watching The Walking Dead?
What's that?
Like, out of all the seasons of The Walking Dead, when you said it's kind of like dragging on and everything, where would you stop? Because you notice in the following season, the quality just went down. It's like now they're reaching for every episode.
Well, it's not quite how it went down, but season 6 went really south really fast. Bad writing. It just wasn't good. Season 7 was really slow too, to be honest with you. But 8, 9, and 10 were fantastic again. So it's hard to really answer that question. But season 6 was awful. Probably the worst season of any of the 4 shows. That's how bad season 6 of Walking Dead was.
So 6, 7?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I hear that all the time. So
I had to beat James to it.
I wasn't planning to do that shit either way.
So, wow, you haven't seen Breaking Bad. Anyway, I'm playing. You've seen it?
Yeah, I said that's the one I watched the most of out of the 4.
Have all y'all seen Breaking Bad?
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, at the end of people watching, if you don't want to know how it ends, just hit mute for about 30 seconds. But the fact that Jesse got dug out and got away, and all the bad guys were killed, and Walt got his upcomings too. Because let's be honest, as much as I love Walter White, that is an evil, sadistic bastard.
Yeah.
He got what was coming to him, and I was okay with the way that ended because everyone's like, "Oh, Walt died." No, Walt needed to die.
He did. He did. I will say this. I really like the fact that they included El Camino, the Breaking Bad movie, so we could actually see how Jesse got his proper happy ending. It's a slow burner, but it's definitely worth the watch.
I haven't watched it yet, but I will. Man, Breaking Bad was fantastic. But watch Sopranos.
I have it on good authority that Jesse loved that happy ending.
Yes, I bet. But Terry, if you it's on HBO. If you don't have HBO, just message me privately. And yeah, so friends take care of friends. That's just how we roll. That's how I roll. And I feel the same way about all 3 of you too. We have had some deep conversations. We have, and even in the group chat. We're not going to divulge any of that out here. I don't believe in that, but I mean, yeah, these are good dudes. little crazy and misguided at times, as we all are, but good dudes, man.
Brandon's the fifth guy off the bench.
Brandon's in there a lot too. Brandon says a lot of cool stuff. I like Brandon a lot.
Yeah, I like him too.
Brandon
We gotta
will
do the
give you
wrestling
shit.
show again.
Yeah. We do need to do the wrestling show. Brandon will give you shit if you give him shit, but all in all, Brandon's just a good dude. I like Brandon. So I will tell you before we do this, Burger King is my favorite fast food restaurant. And the Whopper alone makes Burger King superior because it is the fucking best fast food hamburger, and it's not even close. I don't care what anybody says. You can argue with a wall. Like, Whopper makes it better. So I love this graphic. You know how the game's played, James.
I mean, look, I will say this, but there's definitely one fast food restaurant I will definitely pit against Burger King. Most definitely Wendy's. Like, just one or two, it could literally go either way.
Look, Wendy's has chili and frosty, so it's actually number 2 on my list, just so you know. I
Fair
love
enough.
Wendy's.
Fair enough. But getting things started, I mean, like you said, the Whopper, man, Burger King found something with this, and they ran with it. So I'm going with the Whopper on this one. I've had plenty of Burger King back in El Paso, enough times to be like, yo, the fries are definitely hit or miss, especially during the lunch rush. I'm gonna go the chicken fries because, damn it, they're just so damn good. And then finally, I'm gonna go with Sprite.
Okay. No crazy talk at all. None whatsoever, bro. Chris.
So you might say I'm crazy for this, but I'm going to take the Whopper, sans the onions and lettuce. I'm just not an raw lettuce eater.
That's crazy talk. Go ahead.
Give me the onion rings, and I'm going to top it off with the milkshake.
Okay. You picked such great things, and then you turn around and made crazy talk with the great pick. Like, you put that on purpose. That was 100% by design, just to piss me off. Terry.
Yeah, I mean, the Whopper, it's such a simple burger, but somehow they made it really tasty. So I'm going with the Whopper. I don't know if it's been a while since I had Burger King, so I don't think I've even had the Royal Crispy. I've had the Chicken Royale.
The Royal Crispy's all right.
Yeah. And like, I think one of my second favorite restaurants to come within it would be Carl's Jr. with their famous star and everything. But enough of that. Second row, I'm going with chicken fries because I love those damn things.
It's called Hardee's in the South, but continue.
Yeah, Hardee's in the South or in Illinois.
I mean, they just dropped some new burgers. I want to try those for sure.
Yeah. And for the drink, I'm going to go with the milkshake just because I have all those plethora of flavors. I think a milkshake would just top it off very well.
I got you. No crazy talk, but I will tell you what, though, Hardee's is slept on, bro. You go to Hardee's sometimes, and their burgers are really good. They got a mushroom Swiss burger at Hardee's. That thing is fantastic. Go ahead, Chris.
Have you had the double mushroom and Swiss?
Yes.
Oh my God, that'll make you fat in a hurry.
Y'all don't understand. They got, I think it's provolone cheese, and when I tell you it's dripping, and it's grilled and sautéed mushroom. Man, that is a fantastic fucking burger Hardee's has up in there.
Double mushroom and Swiss with extra sauté.
Yeah,
somebody's taking a trip to Hardee's after this.
I'm telling you, it's good, bro.
It will be DoorDashed for lunch tomorrow.
I gotta go to Wichita Falls for Carl's Jr.
So
4 hours away.
I'm gonna tell you, mushroom Swiss is probably the most underrated burger. You don't hear people talk about it a lot, but
Facts.
It's fantastic. And also egg burger. I love a fucking egg burger.
In Korea, they were awesome.
Oof.
For me, I'm going Whopper. It's my favorite one. Doesn't matter what restaurant we talk about. On the second row, have you never had Burger King's onion rings? Man, those motherfuckers are good.
Fantastic.
Probably some of the best onion rings. You can't even get better onion rings at a fancy restaurant. Like whatever they've done, they've mastered it. Those things are fantastic. So give me the onion rings.
The
And then
only
on the
onion
bottom-
ring, the
What's
only
that?
onion ring. I said the only onion ring I think comes close to Burger King is Dairy Queen.
I don't think I've ever had onion rings there, so I can't have an opinion. On the bottom though, I think James said Sprite. I'm gonna agree with you, man. Sprite is fantastic. I don't drink it because it's fattening, so I stick with my water. But like the water, but Sprite is the best, especially out of a fountain. A fountain Sprite is just phenomenal. So I'm going with that. So, but you know how the game's played.
Yeah, so I'm sorry to do this. This is probably going to get some crazy talk, but there's definitely one place that knows how to do a bacon burger. That place is Wendy's. I'm going to have to get rid of the Bacon King on this one. Next row, like I said, the French fries are always hit or miss, but I've never had the onion rings. I'm willing to, like you said, give it the old college try. So
It's good.
I'm going to nix the French fries for sure because I want to try Burger King onion rings for sure.
Oh,
And then, yeah. And then just because I feel like it's overload if you include it, just because you'll just be walking out of there looking like Majin Buu. I'm gonna get rid of the milkshake. I feel like that you'd be pregnant after finishing all that and downing a milkshake.
Yeah, no crazy talk here. Chris.
Just because I prefer bacon over chicken, I'm going to get rid of the Royal Crispy Chicken. I don't have to reiterate the fries are gone. And I'm going to get crazy talk for this one from Andrew, but that shit tastes like dirt. That's what I imagine dirt tasting like. Goodbye, Sprite.
That I don't know how much of the marijuana you have chosen before the show, but
I may have slipped him a gummy.
I may be, man. Sprite is fantastic. That's crazy talk. Terry.
I'm gonna get rid of the Bacon King simply because the bacon over there at Burger King is not. I haven't had it to where it was good. It's either really soggy or just freaking cooked. Like you're biting into it, like I feel like I'm chewing on a stick. I mean, I've had the onion rings. They are awesome. And sometimes if there's no room in the car, I'll put the onion rings in the burger, especially if it's a Western burger already, just so I could save room in the cup for other stuff. But get rid of the fries. Now this one, I'm getting rid of Dr. Pepper because I think it almost has like a medicine taste to it sometimes. And I think having Dr. Pepper with the rest of that food, it's going to just overwhelm it and just take away from it.
Yeah, so this one was a lot harder for me, the second and third row anyway. First row, I don't like bacon anyway. You said it's like chewing on a stick. That's a good comparison. That's how I feel about bacon. You're just chewing on a stick. So the Bacon King is gone. The second row, man, when Burger King's fries are hot and salted right, they're the best fries you're gonna get at a fast food restaurant. The chicken fries are good, but I love Burger King's French fries. They've got the monopoly on it. So I'm gonna get rid of the chicken fries here. But I do like the bottom row is hard because like Coke is, it's good. Dr. Pepper's good. Sprite's fantastic. But like I love milkshakes, but I don't think I want to eat a Whopper, a big thing of onion rings, and have a milkshake with it too. Like I'm just gonna feel like shit the rest of the day if I do that. So I'm gonna get rid of the milkshake in this scenario. I like to have a drink when I'm eating. Like I don't, not a milkshake. I might have one after the meal, but actively with the meal, I don't want a milkshake. If that makes sense.
Well, the dairy might help with the heartburn, but the sodas won't be able to.
Let's see here. So we are going to be making picks. All right. So I didn't put the graphic up because it already had answers for three of us. So we'll start with James. Montana and Montana State.
Hang on. So, in the last few times that I've heard about Montana, especially when College Game Day did a game day in Montana for these two teams, Montana was the top team to pick. But honestly, Montana State may have a few losses against South Dakota State and somebody else. But you know what? I feel like Montana State would be a good upset.
So you got Montana State winning this game.
Yeah.
It's 2 versus 3, by the way. Montana's ranked 2 and Montana State's ranked 3. So that's not crazy talk. Terry.
I do remember that game day and the amount of fans that showed up in that freezing ass, snowy, cold. I mean, I give them credit. That was an exciting game day. I'm pretty sure the guys were in the crew didn't want to do it, but they're like, whatever, get paid. But I'm gonna pick Montana in this one.
All right, Chris.
Montana gonna do what Montana does. Montana gonna abuse little brother. Go Grizzlies.
So we're 2 versus 3 here. So that's a big deal. That would be like Texas A&M playing Indiana this week. That's what this is to the FCS. That's how important this game is. So South Dakota, Montana State has lost to South Dakota State, which is currently ranked number 4. So keep that in mind. And they lost to Oregon. Those are their only 2 losses. Montana's undefeated. This game right here, I'm going to do my best to watch it. I worked 12 to 10 that night. It's going to be better. I'm looking forward to that game more than I'm looking forward to any other game this week, period.
Yep.
Like that's how much I love FCS football. But I think Montana is going to do what Montana does. It's a one-sided series, and I think Montana handles business at home. But I think this is going to be a drag out. They both like to run the ball and chew the clock. They both play fantastic defense. I think it's going to be a 17-14 kind of game, maybe 17-7. I want to say Montana 17-7 over Montana State.
And what makes this game even better is that, it's your in-state rival, too.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It really is. So, Duke and North Carolina.
Yeah, it's going to be Duke no matter what. Look, I believe in the whole philosophy of believe in Bill and everything like that. Bill. North Carolina got off to a rocky start. They've been finding some traction, but, I mean, the way that Duke's been playing this year, I'm taking the Blue Devils in this one.
Okay. Terry.
I don't remember who I picked, but I think I'm gonna pick Duke in this one as well. I think I might have picked UNC, but then I got to think about it. I'm like, no, I think, like you said, Duke is one of those teams that they've had calls that didn't go their way, and they've lost by single-digit losses when they should have been wins. And I think with this rivalry game in particular, that Duke comes out on top.
So, all right, go ahead, Chris, and then I'll do mine.
So, I'm going to pick Duke, but do not be surprised if North Carolina does pull an upset here. I think Duke's going to win, but the way they played the last 3 or 4 games, I think Duke is ripe pickings to be upset here. Let's hope they don't. Let's hope they hold serve. But I'm picking Duke.
So that's a cop-out. Yeah, I think Bob's going to win this fight, but, Randy could win it too. No. Duke. All right, so Duke, man, they took a close loss to Tulane, which they should have won that game. Lost to Illinois, beat Clemson, but controversy, but won the game. And turned around and lost to UConn. That's my concern for Duke right there. Losing a game like that should not happen. But with that being said, UNC's a fucking shit show, man. It's a laughingstock. At least Duke is a serious program out there, and you could tell they don't commit penalties. They have smooth play. The thing about Duke is they're well coached. North Carolina is not. Duke is a 7-point favorite on the road. for a reason. Duke
Mhm.
wins this game. I don't think it's going to be particularly close. So Georgia Tech and Pitt.
So I'll be honest. I picked Pitt mostly because I couldn't get a good eyesight on who Pitt was playing. But are they going into Georgia Tech?
Yes,
At
it's in
Georgia Tech.
Atlanta.
Okay. Yeah, honestly, I'm expecting a good game for this one. And in some way, shape, or form, you know what? I think Pitt does make Pitt makes a bounce back and gets an upset over Georgia Tech.
Alrighty. Terry.
I actually picked Georgia Tech in this one. I know they're having their moments to where they're probably going to do for an implosion, but I think it's going to be a hard fought, ugly win for them. And what I would say would probably be an upset. 'Cause I'm pretty sure people got Pitt favored.
No, Pitt is not favored. Chris.
If you've watched Georgia Tech their last two games against two not good teams, they've given up over 1,100 yards in total offense in those two games. You got one of the better freshman quarterbacks coming in, and Heinzel. I think Pitt torches this Georgia Tech secondary, and I think they win this game going away probably in the neighborhood of a 45-35 type game.
So I have been particularly in Pitt because JT and I have become close. So I pay attention to Vandy football. I pay attention to Notre Dame, UCLA, because you guys are my friends. So I've been watching Pitt. Pitt's a solid little program. And side note, if Pitt wins out, Pitt wins the ACC. They have the tiebreaker. If Pitt wins out, which is Georgia Tech and Miami, they win the ACC. And they're going to they go to the conference championship game. They win the regular season time. They do. So Georgia Tech lost to NC State, who is a Jekyll and Hyde team. I understand, but you don't lose that game if you're the number 8 team in the country. You don't do that. And then you almost lost to Boston College. Should have lost. A lot of controversy there. That should have never happened. Boston College really won that game. They were wearing them out. And you can't call yourself a good team if you're going toe-to-toe to the wire to a 1-10 ACC team. You cannot say that is respectable win. We fought out a hard gritty win against Miami and Clemson. You don't do that against Boston College, who may be the worst program in P4. They really might be. Pitt wins this game, man. Georgia Tech's falling apart. So, hey, buddy. So he's watching the podcast on his.
It's actually mommy's.
Okay, take it back to her so she can watch. I see it. Take it back to her. Help her cook. All right. Okay, I'm on you're actively watching me. You know what I'm doing. So he's like, I want to see what you're doing as he's watching me. Do it. So this one's gonna be fun because I already know who BYU and Cincinnati.
So right now, I believe Cincinnati is only sitting at one loss after losing to Texas Tech. But right now, they're still playing some solid football. They got a lot of good wins. One of which was over Utah, the Holy War, as we all know it. But I honestly think BYU takes this one.
Alrighty, Terry.
Yeah, I think I got BYU in this one as well. I think they're learning from their loss at Texas Tech, which, I mean, it's not a bad team to lose to. But I'm pretty sure they want to meet them again and try to get their revenge on them in the championship game. So I've got BYU over Cincy.
All right, Chris.
So if you've watched BYU at all this year, you've seen they have flirted with disaster several times. Yes, they started out the season undefeated. They went into that Texas Tech game. Texas Tech punched them in the mouth and abused them, pushed them around like they were kindergartners. Yes, they turned around last week, got back on a winning track. But this Cincinnati team's not a bad football team. And I think they pulled the upset here. Go Bearcats.
Alrighty. Let's visit the reality of Cincinnati. Though they started the year to a 3-point loss to Nebraska. On game ones, we see upsets all the time at Florida State, Alabama. That's not concern to me. Cincinnati played a good game. When the Cincinnati loses to Utah, it doesn't seem that concerning because Utah's a really good team, and we may see them in the college football playoff. I want to say I told y'all that 5 weeks ago. 5 weeks ago, I saw what Utah was, and I told y'all that. Utah beat the bloody piss out of Cincinnati. It just beat the fuck out of them, man. And BYU played them on the road as well and beat them. Common opponents matter. And then Cincinnati turns around and loses to Arizona. No, bro. I ain't got no faith in Cincinnati to do anything at all. Give me BYU in this game on the road. By the way, shout out to the 68 people watching. We really appreciate that. So, Oregon and USC.
I mean, it is going to be a beatdown from opening kickoff until that clock reads 0, courtesy of Oregon. Look, USC, you've been on a good run this year, but the fact that the only thing that you got on your schedule is a road loss to Illinois, who you definitely should have beaten. Oh, Oregon is looking at you guys like you're fresh meat and you're on the main menu tonight. Give me Oregon in this one.
All right. Terry.
I mean, I didn't write a sign this time. I threw it away. But let me go ahead and, for those who are hearing impaired, let me give them some sign language. Fuck USC. I will never acknowledge if you're good or not. I will never like you. I hate you. Go to hell. Go Ducks.
Chris.
Tell us how you really feel, Terry.
Right.
USC has punched above their weight class all season long. I expect them to come out and punch above their weight class in this game. However, this game is in Eugene, Oregon. Do you know who doesn't lose in Eugene, Oregon? Oregon doesn't. I think they've lost one game there at their home field since 2020. They're not losing to USC at home. Ducks put an end to the frivolous bullshit of USC being a playoff contender. Get the hell out of here, Trojans. You don't belong.
Tell us how you really feel, Chris.
So, I actually, I've caught a few of these games from each of these teams this year, and I actually went back and I analyzed both teams and where they were. And I have Oregon winning this game, but there's a problem. USC's better than we think they are. And when they lost to Illinois, we kind of all wrote them off because we saw Illinois drop and we're like, okay, they're not who they are. But, you go and you really look. So, yeah, they dropped that game to Illinois, doom and gloom, turn around and beat the absolute piss out of Michigan. And we know Michigan's a good team. They are, like, a lot better than we thought they were going to be. They pushed them around. Okay, so then they lost by 10 points on the road to Notre Dame. But if you didn't see what Notre Dame did to Pitt this week, Notre Dame is one of the best football teams in the country. You may hate Notre Dame and you may piss on them and whatever, but the reality is that's a good football team. And then they turn around and go on the road to Nebraska and win. That's not an easy thing to do, by the way. Nebraska fans are 100,000 strong and loud, always sold out. It's not an easy place to play. And then they beat Northwestern, and we were just talking about how much better Northwestern was than we thought they were. And then they beat Iowa, who is a very, decent team. I hesitate to call them good because they're not, but they're a decent team. With a fantastic defense. That's what Iowa is. Iowa's defense is just top notch. But that offense, man, that quarterback cannot lead them where they want him to. I don't know, man. I'm going to say Oregon wins this game, but I don't think it's a blowout like y'all are saying. I think we're going to see a 24-20, 21-17 type of game here. I really do. USC is better than people think.
I mean, I never said blowout. I just hate USC, and I don't want them to win ever again for the rest of my life. So, that's. I picked Purdue to beat USC. Now, if I was gambling, obviously I'm not going to do that. But since we're just here and everything's free on this show, I'm not going to pick USC ever. I don't care how they're favored.
Well, I mean, this is on the road at Oregon. It's not crazy talk to pick Oregon. I'm picking Oregon too. But just because they're at home, I think I pick Southern Cal if this is a neutral field. Oregon had, like Chris was talking about, BYU flirting with disaster. Oregon flirted with disaster a lot this year.
Mm-hmm.
This season could have went really south really quick for Oregon in some of these games, and luckily it did not for them. But they're a very well coached team. Oregon and Lanning's a hell of a coach.
So on USC, I look at the Iowa win. One thing Iowa does not do is win in Los Angeles. They just don't. For whatever reason, since the early 1980s, when Iowa travels to Los Angeles, they lay a fucking egg every single time. That was expected for them to beat Iowa, for me. And
then it's been the same since Robert Gallery left on that O-line when they beat USC in the Rose Bowl.
And then you look at a team like Michigan. Yeah, Michigan is 8-2, but they've got one of the weakest schedules in the Power Four. They haven't beaten anybody worth their salt. So I don't think Michigan's a very good team. So beating them, not a shock. I think these last 2 weeks you're going to learn a lot about USC and Michigan, that they didn't belong in this conversation at all for the playoffs, and I'm here for it.
Someone took pictures at us.
I mean, Michigan's got some good wins. I disagree with you. Washington was a good win. Washington's a good team, and they pummeled them. That was a good win for Michigan.
The same Washington that just lost to Purdue a couple weeks ago.
Saying, at the time, that was a good win.
You have your good games and you have your bad games. It's that simple.
Washington is still a good team. The win at Nebraska, that's not easy to do. They beat Northwestern. I'm not saying that their schedule is a burner, but like this is by no means an ACC or Big 12 schedule. You know what I mean? This is a tougher schedule than anybody in the ACC or Big 12 has. These are just facts. It may be one of the weakest in the Big 10 and SEC. I'll grant you that, but definitely not P4. Like, have you seen like Wake Forest schedule? That's a joke, bro. But we'll do one more. I want to kind of cut this off before the 2-hour mark, so I can make my shorts. So, real quick, let's do this, and we'll do final thoughts.
All right. So, I'll go with Pringles, Ruffles, and Tostitos.
That's only 3.
Yeah, spend $10. 5, 4, 1.
Just go one per row.
Oh, one per row. One per row.
I know what it says. I'm sorry, but you're confusing me.
All right. So let's see. First row. Oof. Pretty tough. First row, I'm gonna have to go with Takis. I've still held on to them ever since I started trying them in El Paso. Second row, I'm going to go with Ruffles because they're some of the best chips to have, especially when it comes to having dip out. Third row, I'm going to go with a slept-on one. I'm going to go with Bugles. Let's see. And then $2 row, I'll go with Kettle Chips. $1 row, I'll go with Tostitos.
Alrighty. I saved this to the end because I tell you I want to get under 2 hours, but there's a whole lot of fucking crazy talk in there.
First row. Pringles. Hard to beat when you pop open that can. You can either get the cardboard can and pop the top, or you can get the plastic container and pop the top. And by the way, once you empty that plastic container, you can put the top back on it, and you can use it and shoot that fucking lid at people. Pow! That's fun. So give me the Pringles row number 1. Row number 2, simple, cheese puffs. Row number 3, give me the Bugles. Bugles are highly slept on, both the regular flavor and the cheese flavor. Third row, this is where this one's tough because I could go one or two ways here. Give me the cheese balls. If you guys don't know me, I keep a whole tub of cheese balls. I go to Walmart, I go to Dollar General, I get the $5 tub. Tubs, cheese balls. I keep them right here at my desk. I snack on them every single night, just a little bit at a time. And on the bottom row, highly slept on. Highly slept on. People use them for Frito chili pie. Guess what? Give me the Fritos.
All right. Terry.
Top row, I'm going to go with one of my all-time favorite chips, and that would be Cool Ranch Doritos. Second one, this might come as a surprise because I've had just about every single flavor that this brand has offered, and to me, they have all tasted pretty good, so they're pretty consistent. That's Sun Chips, especially their garden salsa and harvest cheddar flavor. 3, another big slept-on one, and I like it. I think they even had a caramel flavored one of this, but my favorite is ranch from, and that would be the Bugles. The $2 row, I'm gonna go with Funyuns. That was just always one of my all-time favorites. Also, I don't know what the hell a Terra chip is, so you could probably guess what I'm gonna get rid of. That should look moldy as hell. But if I'm gonna go for something that's not gonna, I mean, because it seems like these 3 are the chips you're gonna use to put in a dip. So if I had to pick one, I'll go with Tostitos.
All right. I'm gonna mimic you almost exactly. Give me the Cool Ranch Doritos. I love them. Sun Chips are my favorite chips. The garden salsa and the harvest cheddar, man. Both of those are fantastic. Bugles, oh man, I love Bugles, man. I eat the shit. I mean, they're greasy is the only thing, but I really like them. Funyuns is probably my favorite chip of all time. Even on this board, Funyuns is the best, man. I love Funyuns. And on the bottom row, I'm gonna go with Tostitos too, man, because like these are dip chips, like you said. I mean, if it's bean dip, I guess I want Fritos. But if I'm eating cheese sauce or something like that, those Tostitos round ones are really fucking good. So I'm gonna go mimic you exactly.
Especially a French onion dip.
That's right. So real quick, eliminate one per row, and then we'll hit final thoughts. I want to get some of these shorts out. No pressure.
All right. So I'm going to kind of speed run this. I know there's going to be a lot of crazy talk in it. First row, I'm sorry. I'm going to get rid of the Flamin' Hot Cheetos. Second row, I'll get rid of the Cheeto Puffs, but I'm redeeming myself by saying I'll keep the cheese balls. That is a straight fact. Third row, probably the barbecue Lays. Fourth row, even on its best day, it still couldn't match up to the other 3. I'm gonna get rid of popcorners. They're good, but like I said, when you match them up against the other 3 in that row, it's not even close. And then finally, getting rid of the Terra chips. Whoever willingly eats those is a fucking psychopath.
Chris.
So I'm getting rid of the Flaming Hot Cheetos.
Crazy dog.
This is where I'm going to get crazy talk, but I'm going to dump the Nacho Doritos. So I don't know. Out of those 4, it's my least favorite out of those 4.
I got you.
Third row, this is simple. If I want chili on my Fritos, I put chili on my Fritos. On my regular Fritos. I don't need chili on the chip itself. I don't need the chili flavor on it. Dumping the chili Fritos.
That's crazy talk.
Next row, popcorners. Bottom row, I don't know what the hell that purple shit is, but it looks disgusting as hell. It's gone.
All righty, Terry.
All right, let's see if I get crazy talk on this one. I'm getting rid of the Takis. I haven't really had them. They don't look appealing to me, so we'll leave it at that. Next one was a little tougher between Ruffles and Nacho Cheese Doritos. So if I'm just going to go regular, you know what? I'll get rid of the Nacho Doritos because Ruffles is a great dip chip, something that doesn't really break. $3 row, I'm getting rid of barbecue lays. I've never really been a fan of barbecue chips. It seems like they try to overwhelm you with like a sweet barbecue flavor on all of them, and it takes away from the quality. It's like you're disguising something there. It's like I might as well eat a fucking Terra chip. Never been a fan of kettle chips. I have not had a good one yet. Whether it's plain, I mean, I've had a jalapeno one that was halfway decent, but yeah, kettle chips got to go. And we already said this little purple blue waffle looking chip at the bottom has got to go too. So.
Yeah,
I was going to say something about the blue waffle there, but I chose not to.
No, we're not doing that. So top row Takis are gone. They're nasty. Pringles, Cool Ranch Doritos, and Flamin' Hot Cheetos are really good. Takis is insuperior here. That Takis are gone. Second row, I really was gonna get rid of cheese puffs, but honestly, like, man, if you get cheese puffs and you get a good like creamy ranch on it or like a runny ranch on it, man, that's really good. I'm gonna get rid of the Nacho Doritos as well. I love Ruffles and like salsa and bean dip and stuff. Third row, I love chili Fritos. That's crazy talk, Chris. I'm getting rid of barbecue lays. Same thing, overwhelming flavor. Fourth row, I'm going to get rid of the popcorners. I've never had them. They just look disgusting. And bottom row, Terra chips. 100%. So, real quick.
You know it. Oh, Lord. You know it. For Sunday. You know it. Oh, Lord. You know it. For Sunday. You know it.
Alrighty. Final thoughts. James.
Yeah, so you already know what today is. It's obviously Thursday. Tomorrow's going to be a great show. It's going to be an awesome show. Also going to give a quick shout out to Marshall and Nealon. Look, men's mental health has to be looked into a lot more. You know, we can't just keep getting told, hey, you're a guy, suck it up, always smiling, you know, hide behind a mask type thing. And this is also including Kyron Lacey as well.
Yep, mental health matters. Terry.
I'm glad today. I'm off tomorrow, so I get to hopefully sleep in a little bit. But I'll speak about grudges, especially with family. Always, if you could, try to work it out, bury the hatchet, whatever you got to do to work things out. As you saw, I was on the phone with earlier. I was talking to my sister, actually. She's going through some tough times. She's looking to come visit for a day or so. So, you know, me being the big brother that I am and try to assure her that our relationship was never damaged. It's just put on hold. So I'm trying to, you know, show her a good time come mid-December. And, yeah, just it's family. Regardless, I know some we can't stand, but, you know, if you do stand them, try to work it out.
For sure. Chris, final thoughts.
The final thoughts from me. If you missed the Golden Broom on Tuesday night, don't worry. Cody had a birthday that he had to attend to. I had some things going on last night. It'll air tomorrow night. As you saw in the chat earlier, it is confirmed on Sunday night, 6:30 p.m., right here on the Villains Media Network and all of the Villains channels, along with the Golden Broom channels, Spot the Ball podcast. We have a special guest coming on, 4-star athlete out of Greenville High School in Tennessee. Zay Anderson is coming on Spot the Ball for an interview. But I agree with these two guys. Men's mental health Take care of it. Terry, the family, mend your relationships. I do have good news to report. If anybody saw my Facebook post, my sister was up and walking for the first time today after her surgery the other day. Her recovery is going absolutely amazing. Proud to report that. There was some fear that she might not make it through that surgery. I'm so proud of the fight in that young lady. Mend your relationships. It matters.
Yeah, for sure.
Glad to hear that.
For me, I'm going to do my final thoughts and we're going to get out of here. As always, my final thoughts dwell with the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I'm trying to better my relationship every day. It's the thing that matters to me the most. That's just who I am. And now I want to go home one day. So, I'm a believer and just want to throw this out there. Like you have to love people. If you do not love people, then you are missing half the law. And that's rough. Like that's a rough thing to do because my alarm's going off for my wife's medicine. And it said face not recognized. All right, so that's a rough thing to do because the two greatest commandments that Jesus gave us: believe in me with all your heart, soul, and mind, and love one another as I've loved you. These are the two greatest commandments. So if you out there not loving people,
Yep.
I have bad news for you. You will not go where you think you're going to go. If he says love is the most important thing, then you have to figure that out. And I'm still figuring that out myself. But it's got to be that way. So thank you guys for coming on. Thank everybody. 68 people watching right now. It was a fun show. I can't wait. I don't know if we're doing one next week. It's Thanksgiving. It's actually Thanksgiving Day. So y'all let me know what your availability is, and we'll go from there. And as always, Matthew 24:13.
The danger.